We began the second leg of our trip in Colmar. About to do the Little Venice boat tour in Colmar. We gotta wait 45 minutes, but we'll be on there. See you soon. Colmar is the capital of the Alsace Wine Route. Now, in opposition to Burgundy's red wines, the Alsace region specializes in white wines. Now, Colmar is notable for its colorful, half-timbered houses, giving the town a fairy tale feel. Here's a fun fact. Some of the designs etched in the shutters have meaning, kind of like an advertisement, if you will. When you see hearts, it means the lady of the house is looking for love. If you see a diamond, that means the lady of the house has found her love. And if you see 3 lines, that means they've created a family together. After wandering around the streets of Colmar, my husband and I stopped in at the Marché Couvert for a cold drink and to explore the market. It wasn't as big as I expected it to be. One of the things I can appreciate about France is the beauty. During our walk, we stumbled on Place du Février. It was named to commemorate the Franco-American troops who entered Colmar on the morning of February 2nd, 1945, putting an end to all the fighting. Here's a fun fact. When creating this green space, there were many constraints because it's a protected area and there is a parking garage under the slab, so they couldn't put a lot of heavy-weighted structures in the area, and they had to make sure the waterproofing was airtight. The architects really knocked this one out of the park, so to speak. It's a peaceful place that's frequented by walkers and people that like to just kind of hang out under the trees, read a book, but I will tell you, there are a lot of bees there though too, because it's such a green space. I can hear them buzzing everywhere, but they didn't bother you. They were busy doing their own thing, spreading pollen around. The next stop on our walk was the Champ de Mars Park, best known for the bright red Colmar sign and the large impending statue of General Rapp. The current layout of the park dates back to the First Empire. The design of its past resembled a cross of the Legion of Honor. It was planted with 193 lime trees. The park is affectionately known as the green lung of the city center. This beautiful fountain dedicated to Admiral Brial was built in 1864. This is a great park for a stroll, a picnic, or just relaxing on a bench. Continuing on with our walk, we strolled by St. Martin's Church. It was built between 1235 and 1365. This church is a perfect example of Gothic architecture in Alsace. The town of Colmar has a lot of history. In 1679, it became the royal town of France. In 1698, it became the capital of the Alsace province. In 1871, under the Treaty of Frankfurt, Colmar was annexed by the German Empire. And February 2nd, 1945, the town was liberated. If you want to take a boat ride down Petite Venice, the boats depart every 15 minutes, and the trip is about 25 minutes long. For the best planning, go online and book in advance. To top off our final night in Colmar, we had high-end cocktails at the K-Bar. The atmosphere is refined and cozy with comfy sitting nooks placed around the lounge area. They also do brunch and afternoon tea with crumpets and the whole nine. It's located inside of a 5-star hotel, and it's right on the perimeter of the Parc du Champ de Mars. This place is so fancy, I had to actually do a video of the bathroom. You get hand towels, not paper towels, because paper towels are not fancy, okay? This bathroom. The French understand the assignment when it comes to decorating. These skilled mixologists put together a delicious menu of cocktails that will take your taste buds on a delightful journey. This tasty concoction is called Brisa de Oro. Rum combined with the sweetness of white chocolate, the brightness of orange, and the poetry of Italicus. Santé! After a couple nights in Colmar, we headed to Strasbourg using the wine route back roads, stopping in some of the towns and making a few detours. The first stop on our trip was Jardin des Papillons Butterfly Garden, located in the town of Onnevers. This place is a photographer's dream with the vibrant, beautiful colors of the butterflies set against the backdrop of the lush flora and fauna. The butterflies in the greenhouse are native to Africa, Asia, and America. There are approximately 200 different species from various regions. It took the owners several years of research to create an environment where the butterflies could thrive. They've created an enchanting world where you can actually sit and watch the butterflies emerge from their cocoons to be these bright, beautiful, fluttering creatures that you see before you. This place is a must-see on your Alsatian wine route adventure, if for nothing else, for the Instagrammable photos. For a bonus treat, you can see the 3 castles of Igisheim from afar from the parking lot of the Jardin des Papillons. The next stop on our Alsatian wine route is La Volaille des Aigles, the Eagle Aviary, in Kinsheim Castle. It houses 80 birds from 30 different species around the world, all of which were born in captivity and well trained. All of these birds are raptors, and raptors are different from other birds in 3 ways. They're carnivorous, they have hooked beaks, and they have powerful feet armed with claws called talons. Hearing and sight are their dominant senses. They vary in size depending on the species. They can get up to 10.5 feet of wingspan and weigh up to 26 pounds. These efficient hunters are not to be trifled with. Here's a pro tip. There are 4 perches situated around the arena. Find yourself a seat under one of the perches to get the best video and pictures. Trust me, you'll thank me later. You'll feel the sudden burst of wind when the birds fly inches above your head. It is an amazing feeling and sight. I mean, check out this guy's wingspan. Can you imagine him flying over your head like that? Oh my goodness, what a rush. I love watching the trainers interact with the birds using hand signals to direct them. They are very intelligent and highly food motivated. They kind of remind me of flying dogs. After the show, we toured the castle ruins. They began work on the castle in 1250 by order of Emperor Frederick II, and the work was completed in the 15th century, in which Frederick died that same year. Not so lucky for him. The Swedes destroyed it in 1633. In 1650, Emperor Ferdinand III ordered it to be restored. After the French Revolution in 1789, the castle was neglected. In 1807, Napoleon bestowed it to Matthew Favier. The roof collapsed in 1830, and in 1875, work began for the overall consolidation of the ruins. In 1964, the ruins were listed as a historical monument. In 1968, they moved in the rafters and brought life back into the castle. This adventure definitely had us flying high. The next and last stop on our way to Strasbourg was the Myers Whiskey Distillery. We toured through their interactive museum, and afterward we did a tasting of some of their products. In 1958, Fridolin Meyer began marketing his product, and it quickly gained popularity in France and Germany. In 1976, his son Jean-Claude Meyer joined him on his venture, and together they worked to produce the highest quality product. To date, they have earned more than 206 medals, most of which were gold. In 2007, they created 100% Alsatian whiskey, and it's been so successful that it was noted in Jim Murray's Whiskey Bible with a score of 88.5 out of 100. That was one we got to taste test, And yeah, needless to say, we took a bottle home along with some other goodies. Outside, they have fruit trees surrounding the property. Needless to say, I took horrible video and picture because I was too busy picking the fresh fruit. This is our room in Strasbourg, France. Star Wars theme. There were 7 of us in our group, and this was the only Airbnb that we can find that was in walking distance to the downtown area in Strasbourg. Every other place we found was at least 15 to 20 minute drive away from city center. After we got situated in the Airbnb, we went out for a walk to tour the town. I will say Strasbourg is cute, but not as cute as Colmar. I still love Strasbourg. There were so many beautiful things to see, like the stately Cathedral of Notre Dame. The intricately carved out details are a masterpiece. The next day, we rented a private boat to tour us around Strasbourg using the canal waterways. We were cruising in style. All serious and stuff?
Look at the champagne already.
Ready to pop the bottle. We're doing a private boat tour. We got our own champizzle. It's gonna be 2 hours down the river. Santé! Viewing Strasbourg while floating along the Rhine estuary was a welcomed respite from all the walking that we were doing. They take you by the old custom houses, La Petite France, St. Paul's Church, and much, much more. They also take you through 2 different locks, so if you've never seen that done before, it's cool to watch. The company we toured with was Bateau Alsace. Their boat can fit up to 7 people. However, comfortably, it's more like 3 to 4 people. There was 7 of us, and 2 of us had to sit on the front bow, and it was a 2-hour ride. So it was nice at first because they had nice first clear view, but it was sunny that day, so they got kind of hot after, an hour or so sitting on the top of that bow. Your first bottle of champagne is included in the tour, and thereafter you have to pay for each bottle. You can bring your own bottle of champagne or wine, but it cannot be red just in case it spills. So luckily we bought a bottle of white, so we were good to go. That was our last night in Strasbourg, so of course we had to top the night off with a speakeasy inspired drink from the Leo Bar. The decor was lovely and the drinks were tasty and strong, just like I like it. If you like a tasty strong drink like me, I would suggest you stop by the Leo Bar. Leaving Strasbourg early in the morning, heading to Paris. The last stop on our wonderful journey before we head home. So it was an amazing trip. We did quite a few things. We flew into Paris, then to Colmar, Strasbourg, and then ending in Paris. Absolutely love it. Can't wait.